Sumukh, you're watching TechPP, and again it's one of those videos which you're making in English. We usually make videos in Hindi, so the same disclaimer again if you have watched our iPhone 12 mini display gate issue, which by the way is fixed. So if you watched that video, you would know that I'd mentioned that we usually make videos in Hindi, but we are making that one in English as an exception. So subscribe only if you watch Hindi content and you understand Hindi. So that holds true for this video as well. And the reason I'm making this video again in English is because we really want to reach a larger audience with this particular video, because the iPhone 12 mini is one such phone which is, for according to me, a very niche market. It's basically for a very specific segment, and a lot of people actually seem to be cursing the battery life, or they're saying that the battery life is not that good on the iPhone 12 mini. And just because I want to test that claim, since I have been using the 12 mini for a fair bit now, for a little over a week, I have an idea of the battery life, and I actually want to showcase that in front of you all and tell you how it holds up in real life usage. So we thought probably, of course, even the Western audience would be interested in it than just the Indian audience, and that's the reason we are making this video in Hindi. Right now I am currently driving, as you can see, and I am headed to my college to collect my degree certificate. Well, I just passed out of college. I got my bachelor's degree in engineering and I am on my way to collect it. And right now it's about 10 a.m, 5 minutes to 10, and you will see the battery stats as of now on your screen. Haven't been using the phone a lot since morning, I guess. Maybe a lot of WhatsApp. That's been it. And I'm going to document my day as and when I keep doing something, so that you get a rough idea of how exactly the battery is going to last for your usage, if your usage kind of matches mine. I'm currently shooting on the iPhone 12 mini. Also, the footage that you saw previously, the B-rolls, those were not shot on the iPhone 12 mini, those were shot on the Pixel 4a. But yes, this segment is being shot on the iPhone 12 mini's front-facing camera at 1080p 30 fps. Let us know how the quality is, and even the audio is being picked up by the onboard mic, and I have a mask on. So well, yeah, that's pretty much it for this initial segment. Let's see how the day pans out. I'm going to cover all aspects about the phone, but majorly I'm going to concentrate on the battery life and tell you if you should get the phone or not, if you just want a phone that lasts a day, and based on this you can decide for your usage if that would be the case or not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me drive to my college now, and I'll catch you guys there. One thing I realized while shooting the sequence that you just saw is that it's really hard to actually mount the iPhone 12 mini on a car phone holder and record using the rear facing camera, because the phone is so small. The back of the holder actually ends up covering the rear facing cameras, so I had to mount it in a sort of a weird manner, and I think that's the reason you probably could see a portion of the holder and the wipers on the windscreen of my car. So that's a little something I noticed. Also, something along the similar lines that I have noticed is that it's kind of hard to place the iPhone 12 mini on a wireless charger that is vertically aligned. So if you have one that rests vertically, and you know, the one that you can use to actually keep seeing your phone screen while your phone is charging, it's kind of hard to get the placement right, because again the phone is quite small, so the placement of the wireless charging coils do not really match very well. So that's something you've got to keep in mind. If you have one that rests horizontally like a mat, you won't have any issues with that one. So yeah, that's one observation I had. Also, some things I want to talk about now is that because I'm outside, When I'm using my phone outdoors, the display is really nice. I've had no issues with outdoor visibility. The display brightness as such is very good, I mean indoors and outdoors, and the quality of the display is also top notch. It's an OLED display this time around, even on the Vanilla 12 and the 12 mini, which is a nice touch. I like that the resolution is nice, and even for content consumption, a lot of people may actually think that 5.4 inches might be too small for them, especially while consuming media, but trust me, that's not really the case. You will not feel that the display is too small. I know we've gotten used to large displays now, but trust me, it's actually quite adequate. So I've come to the college now to collect my stuff. I am going to try and manage to continue the video whilst I am getting out of the car. It's kind of a task, but yeah. Now I think you should be able to see how it manages the dynamic range. I am under direct sunlight. Let me just grab my bag. Yeah, I think you can clearly make out that I don't vlog often, and you might see some awkward looks on the camera. Well, yeah, this is again being shot on the front-facing camera. There's no tripod, nothing as such, and yeah, you can see the video quality. Home right now, and it's about 11:30, and I use the camera for a fair bit. I recorded some videos and took some pictures, which you will see in the later part of this video when I talk about the cameras. But yes, in this short interval from the time I left the camera and picked up right now, I took a phone call for about 30 minutes, and I think that's pretty much it. I didn't do anything else because I was driving my way back home, and now I'm here, and the usage can be seen right now on your screen along with the battery percentage. I haven't used it a lot, and it did drain quite a lot of battery because I was on mobile data and I was on a call on loudspeaker, so that kind of took a hit on the usage. However, we'll see these stats at the end of the day. Talking about usage, one thing I absolutely love about the iPhone 12 mini is the way it feels in the hand and how I can use it so easily with just one hand, and that is something I missed for a very long time. This clip is not being recorded on the 12 mini, so just take note of that. And yeah, mainly the form factor of the 12 mini is its selling point. So get it if you really want a small phone, and if you really do, then I don't think the other parameters will really bother you a lot, because the performance is obviously top notch. It's got the latest 5nm chip, the A14 Bionic, and everything just flies on it. So yeah, the form factor is one of the best aspects of the 12 mini. We'll address all the other aspects, the pros, the shortcomings, everything. But for now, I'll try to get some work done, and we'll see where this video goes. So as of now, I'm gonna head out, and yeah, I'll pick it up whenever I get time next. So I just got done with lunch. It's currently 2:43 p.m. and the battery is at 51%, almost at the halfway mark. And I'm going to show you the stats right now. I've used the display. I've used the phone with the screen on for 3 hours and 18 minutes. Of course, it's been off the charger since I guess about 8:30 in the morning. So that's been my usage till now. I haven't used the phone for a lot of heavy tasks per se. I've just watched a lot of YouTube, some WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, the usual stuff. And till now, the phone actually has been holding up pretty well. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get through the day with 50% to go because I won't be using my phone a lot, and I usually consume a lot of my media on my laptop because it has a bigger display, and I wouldn't be heading out anywhere either, so I don't have to worry about using the phone on mobile data anymore, which would drain the battery further. I'm not an extremely heavy user. I don't game at all on my phone, so that's an added bonus for me, that I can live with the battery life of the 12 mini. Now, if you do play a lot of games, even if it is casual games and not PUBG or COD mobile, you will still drain a considerable amount of battery, so keep that in mind. As far as some other things are concerned, the speakers on the 12 mini are pretty good, not as loud as some other phones out there, but for me personally, I always use the AirPods while I am listening to music or watching videos or whatever it may be, so the loudspeaker doesn't really matter to me. My phone is most of the time on silent. And the display, I've already talked about it. I really like the display. The cameras, of course, no doubt about that, it's been really nice. Now you have the night mode for the ultra wide and the front facing cameras as well, which makes the reel all the more better. And of course you have Dolby Vision recording for video. The battery, I know you've seen how it's holding up so far, and the only other parameter is performance, which of course is also doing very well. Now, some smaller details, the call quality has been really nice on the iPhone 12 mini. Have had no issues with that, with Airtel VO LTE, voice over LTE, and voice over Wi-Fi as well. Both of them have had no issues, and also the signal reception with regards to Wi-Fi is also really nice. I feel they've probably put in a better Wi-Fi antenna this time around, because in the room I'm currently in, my router is in the living room, I'm in my bedroom, and I usually used to get around 3 bars on the Wi-Fi signal meter, but now I'm actually getting all 4. I don't know if the camera is able to catch that, but yes, the signal strength has been good. Also, for what it may, for someone who wants to know, I've been using it with the Apple Watch, so Bluetooth and Wi-Fi is always on, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I've also been using some Bluetooth earphones, the AirPods, and also the OnePlus Buds along with the iPhone 12 mini. So yeah, one gripe I kind of have, I know this is kind of getting stretched, but one gripe that I have ever since I've been using the 12 mini is when I'm outdoors, I cannot unlock the phone with Face ID. The mask kind of hinders it, and that's kind of annoying because I need to enter my PIN every single time. I really wish there was a fingerprint scanner, or at least Apple should have let you add your face on for a second time with the mask on, so it has both your looks with and without the mask, and it should be able to unlock it even in such circumstances. But unfortunately that's not the case. Apple being Apple doesn't allow you to do that. Let's see if they bring in some update or something. Highly unlikely. However, it's always good to be hopeful. Well, that's pretty much my impressions as of now of the iPhone 12 mini. I'll be again using it throughout the day. I'll probably take some more camera samples to include in this particular video, and I'll give you all an update as soon as I find time again. Well, that's it for now. So, well, I'm back and it's 7:43 p.m. right now, and the battery, as you can see, is on 21%. I will show you the screen on time, and it's right now 5 hours and 6 minutes. So that's quite good, I would say. I mean, given that the 12 mini has a small battery, of course you cannot expect very good performance. But yeah, these stats according to me are good for my usage. Again, I'm mentioning this again and again. The battery life that you're seeing is subjective. I mean, any review can only speak about battery life from a single perspective of the person who's actually used the phone. So the way I use my phone will be very different from the way you use it. So it's not necessary that you will also encounter the same kind of battery life as I have been from the 12 mini. However, you will get something along similar lines if your usage is similar to mine, and my usage basically includes quite a lot of YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, some browsing, WhatsApp messaging mainly, probably about 30 to 40 minutes or maybe even an hour of calls every day, maybe 10 minutes of video calls through Google Duo. And yeah, I think that's pretty much my usage. Of course, clicking some pictures and editing them on Snapseed or Lightroom. I would call this light usage because I do not game or I do not render videos or do any such intensive tasks on my phone. So for that kind of usage, I would say the 12 mini is pretty good. I usually go to bed around 11 p.m. and I'm pretty confident that this phone will last me until then. And then I plug it into the charger. I usually charge my phones overnight, but what I have been doing of late after I got the 12 mini especially is I've hooked it up to a smart plug and I've scheduled the plug to turn on somewhere at about 5 a.m. in the morning and turn off by itself at 7 a.m. in the morning, which means in those 2 hours the phone will get completely charged and I will not have to keep it plugged in throughout the entire duration of my sleep, which I think might conserve the battery health to a certain extent. I'm not sure, but that's what I have been doing and it's been pretty good so far. I again want to reiterate the fact that the 12 mini is a small phone and it's only meant for people who really want a small phone. If you do not want a small phone, if you specifically are looking for an iPhone to get, which you can use for media consumption and for gaming, it will last you a complete day with a good set of cameras. I would say even in 2020, the iPhone 11 is still a good solid option that you can consider. You can save up some money by getting that. However, if you want a specific if you want a phone that is specifically small and fits in your hand really well and is compact, you can use it with one hand, etc. I would say the iPhone 12 mini is a good option. If you're wondering the case that I'm using, I got it from a brand called Stuffcool. The video is not sponsored by them. They didn't send the case. I bought it. So yeah, that's that. And it's been pretty nice actually. Feels really good in the hand. We are probably going to make a best cases and screen protectors and accessories video for the iPhone 12 series. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, those are my observations. As of now, I'll have my dinner in a while and then I'll get back with my final thoughts and the final battery stats. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Well, I'm back again for the final time and it's about 11:30 p.m. time to go to bed. And it's also time to show you my final battery stats. So I'm on 4% battery right now. My phone might die any minute. And the final screen on time that I've got is 6 hours and 9 minutes on the iPhone 12 mini. And my major usage has been YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, camera, Snapseed, Gmail, Chrome, and settings and Safari. So that's been it. I'll also show you the battery screen, which I will find here. And yeah, you should be able to get an idea from here of the detailed stats. I'll anyhow put a screenshot of it right here, and you should be able to get an idea of what I've used the phone for. And according to my usage, I am satisfied with this battery life. Of course, I'm not impressed. I mean, I could get better battery life out of a lot of other phones, but given the size of the 12 mini, I am actually quite happy with the kind of battery life that I've been getting from the phone. And as you saw that I did get through the full day right from the morning till 11:30 p.m. at night. Now, given that there is the coronavirus, I could not go out a lot. This wasn't a very interesting video per se because I was literally just sitting here all the time giving my commentary about the phone. And of course, because of that, I didn't use a lot of mobile data, and that's the reason the battery did hold up pretty well on Wi-Fi and it did last this long. But of course, on mobile data, it is going to deplete faster. At least here in India, there's no 5G, so that's probably a positive right now because the battery does not take that big of a hit. But of course, if you're going to use 5G, the battery life is going to reduce significantly. My final thoughts about the phone: I am very satisfied with my purchase. I am glad Apple put the 12 mini into the market, and I really hope other brands also follow suit and launch smaller, more compact phones that are easily usable one-handed. And that's probably the only reason I even picked up the 12 mini. I was happy with some other phones that I was using, the OnePlus 8T for example. I was quite happy with it, but the only reason I picked up the 12 mini was the form factor, and I am not disappointed. Well, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If there is anything else, I would have probably added it somewhere in the cut as text maybe, or maybe I would have just shot a portion of the clip outside of this video and then added it. I think I've covered most of my thoughts in this particular video. Let us know what you think about the iPhone 12 mini. If you have got one for yourself, how you've been finding the phone. If you are planning to get one, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure I answer your questions. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, again only if you watch Hindi content, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you around.